Hey, I'm Adamic with a look at the new movies that are coming out September 28th. But first, before we get to that, subscribe. Hit the little button down here in the bottom right corner, and that's going to get you subscribed so that you'll know all the new stuff that hits the channel here, ADAMICradio. And also make sure to check out ADAMICradio.com. A lot of stuff getting posted there as well. And now on to the movies for this week. First up, you have Night School. Kevin Hart works as a barbecue pit salesman who accidentally blows up the store.
I got 13-degree burns on my ass.
It doesn't get much better than that. After blowing up the store, it turns out he can't find a job because he was a high school dropout. Apparently, the barbecue pit store didn't have real high standards. So he decides he's going to go back to high school, get his GED, so he's doing night school to do that. And the class is taught by Tiffany Haddish, and she's kind of a hard ass and gives him a hard time. And it turns out, well, he's just kind of dumb. So he doesn't do real well in the class, and she comes up with weird ways to teach him, like they do some kickboxing, and actually I guess it's UFC fighting, and every time he gets the wrong answer, she smacks him. Very realistic. You get some other people in the movie that are familiar. Rob Riggle from The Daily Show. You also have Marilyn Ricekub. That's Chloe from 24. She's also Genevieve on Brooklyn Nine-Nine. So they've got a decent amount of actors in this thing, but that's the problem. Is it looks like they wrote the script kind of sloppy, some kind of lame jokes, and they were just kind of hoping that, hey, we got some funny actors, they'll figure out how it all goes together. And apparently they didn't. The critics are hating this thing, and it's just, they're saying it's not very funny, and it's just kind of lame. Up next is Smallfoot. I went to a screening of Smallfoot. If you want to see my full review of Smallfoot, go ahead and click the little link in the corner. I believe it's over here somewhere, and you'll see the full thing there. But basically, the gist of it is a Yeti discovers a human. You know, usually it's the other way around. A human discovers a Bigfoot. In this case, the Yeti or the Bigfoot discovers the human, which is a Smallfoot. He tells the village doesn't believe him. They kick him out, so then he goes and tries to find a Smallfoot to prove that he's not crazy. Now, there's a lot of stuff going on in this film that you wouldn't expect. They're questioning religion, questioning government. There's a lot of stuff going on. The kids probably aren't going to pick up on that. The adults, they might. I liked it. I thought it was funny. Like I said, for a full review, go ahead and check the link up there. But you know, I don't know. I don't see this movie doing well in Middle America. I think the coasts are going to like it, but I think Middle America may have some issues with it. Up next, you've got Hellfest. We're about a month away from Halloween. People are starting to think about what they're going to do for Halloween, costume-wise, event-wise, whatever. Well, this movie attempts to capitalize on it. Basically, 3 couples go to a theme park that's done up for Halloween. And, it's supposed to be scary. And, well, some of the scares there are starting to seem a little too realistic, and that's because a murderer has gotten loose in the theme park, and he's going around killing people. This was not shown to critics. Now, usually when a movie is not shown to critics, it means one of 2 things. Either there's a crazy twist and they don't want to blow it for anyone. So like, say, a movie like Fight Club might not be shown to critics because they don't want people to find out what happens at the end. Or the studio knows the movie's really bad, so they don't want to put it out there because they're scared the critics are going to go, hey, this movie sucks. And people are going to go, well, I don't want to buy tickets to that. So there's a good chance that's what's going on here. Although, honestly, horror movies always, for the most part, get bad reviews. So studios sometimes don't show horror movies to critics. So that might be what's going on here, is maybe they just went, you know what, the critics are going to be jerks. They're not going to like it. So, we're just not going to show it to them. So there's a chance that Hellfest doesn't suck. I wouldn't put money on it, though. And the last movie that is out this week, it's actually in limited release. It's called The Old Man and the Gun.
Let's take this place. Say it was a bank, and instead of that counter up there, that was really a teller's window, and you just walk in real calm. So you walk right up, look her in the eye and you say, ma'am, this is a robbery. And you show her the gun like this. And you say, I wouldn't want you to get hurt because I like you. I like you a lot. So don't go breaking my heart now, okay?
You're not serious.
It's based on a true story from here in the Bay Area. So if you're a local watching this, you might like the movie. If you're watching it from somewhere else, I don't know, maybe it'll mean less to you. But basically, an old man, played by Robert Redford, he escapes San Quentin prison here in the Bay Area. And he goes on a crime spree and starts robbing a bunch of banks, because apparently that's all this old dude knows is to rob banks. And he gets out of jail and, well, I'm going to go back to what I know. So he starts robbing the banks, and the FBI starts tailing him. They're trying to catch him, and they're having trouble, and they're amazed that this old dude is getting away with it. This is based on a true story. And I actually interviewed the guy who wrote this and directed this about a year ago. David Lowery. I interviewed him for the movie A Ghost Story, and I got him to talk about this a little bit. So this is what he had to say about the old man and the gun.
It's a true story about a 70-year-old bank robber who just can't quit robbing banks, and that's the character that Robert Redford plays. And this is a project that Redford brought to me. It was a character that he'd wanted to play for a while. It's based on a New Yorker article from 2003, so I adapted it, and we just finished shooting it. So it's in those early stages of post-production where we're trying to find the right shape.
Now you can check out my full David Lowery interview by clicking the little link right there. It's mostly about a ghost story, because that's what I talked to him about. But you know, that little piece of Old Man and the Gun was in there, and he may have said a few other things about it. I honestly don't really remember. As far as the Old Man and the Gun, it's actually getting pretty good reviews. Critics are liking it, and they're saying that it kind of feels like a modern version of Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, which is how Robert Redford basically made his name. So you're saying it's kind of a nice bookend, that, you know, he had that one movie to make him big, and then this one kind of at the, I don't want to say the end of his career, because he probably has a few movies left in him, but, you know, things are winding down a little. So they're saying it's nice to have these on both ends. And that's it. Those are the movies that are coming out this week. If you want to see my full Smallfoot review, once again, go ahead and click the link. In fact, it's probably in the corner here right now. And then there's some other stuff floating around. Leave a comment if you've seen any of these movies and you liked them, you hated them, whatever. Let people know down in the comment section that, hey, yeah, this one movie did suck. Oh, yeah, this one movie really was good, whatever. Leave it down there. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel, bring up those views, and that makes it so I can make more videos for you. And, yeah, that's about it. I'm ADAMIC. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later.